Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Gaia Force Gaming, and we're here with another gameplay video from my locals at Cool Comics and Games in Cape Coral, Florida. On the left we have Eric Abney piloting Gallantmon X, and on the right we have Gavin Boyette piloting Metalgarurumon X. So Gavin starts it off just Gabumon in the back, Gabumon up front, and then passes to Eric. Eric does play that cool boy and whiffs. He does have that Guilmon in the back. This is going into top 4 for a local weekly event for a win-a-box. And yeah, the Gallantmon deck was performing really well this week, and Gallantmon I think is at a place better than it's ever been for the North American metagame. It does counter some of the decks in the meta, and it's a pretty fun deck to play. Very rewarding archetype. Eric is all the way up into his level 5 there. Gavin does start his little combo going forward here, does play the X antibody into the Hammer Spark, swinging with the promo Garurumon and evolving, unsuspending and bouncing. First check is that Crimson mode, and he just discards a couple cards from his stack, using his inheritable effect to protect him from battle deletion. What a mouthful that was, but here we are. We're beginning the rebuild with the Guilmon. Searching top 4 for a Guilmon, Growlmon, or Tocado, I believe. Grabs a Growlmon and a Tocado for sure, but he does grab the Growlmon. We do see the swing with the Metalgarurumon X. And a blue memory boost to pass turn. If the Metalgarurumon doesn't get answered on his unsuspend, he will be bouncing the lowest level, which could be an issue. If there's no answer on the board for Eric. Evolves into the Guilmon X, drawing a card. Does go to the Growlmon in the back. Able to keep turn because of the cool boy, of course. And we see that swing just for a pot shot. He hits the Davis. Then we do see the Gallantmon in the very back, bouncing the Guilmon X. So not losing too much off of that bounce, which is good. But just definitely the tempo. We do see the second stack now, so this is pretty bad here. Protecting itself from the battle deletion, going to the Garurumon X, swinging 2 checks, and then swinging for game. So game 1 in the books for Melga X just outpaced that Gallantmon deck in quick fashion. Again, Metalgarurumon X, a very strong contender this format. It has been running pretty strong for a few formats now. I'm sure you guys are sick of seeing it in my videos, but it is being played, and it's good to watch gameplay to see how people are playing it right, how people might be playing it wrong, ways to counter it, ways to maybe catch on some plays that you may or may not have known existed. So it's always worth the watch to get just some mental notes in. So here we do start game 2. I believe he's going to make Melga go first. Starting with that Davis, searching top 3. Grabbing the piece he wants and putting the rest at the bottom. Now over to Eric. He will begin to build that stack in the back. Going to that Growlmon. Perhaps do a Growlmon X. Can't really make out his hand from this angle. We do see just a Guilmon X on board. The promo Garurumon coming down, so both players seem to have pretty awkward hands here. Let's see how it pans out for them. He is trying to decide whether or not he wants to raise. You do have to be a bit careful because leaving yourself open to a very big crack back without a way to answer the board is a sure way to get 2-turn killed by Melga. You also assume that if he played the 4-drop Garurumon here, we are going to see a full line next turn if permitted. Just some tanking here, back and forth, thinking about the next move. We do see the X antibody option coming down, swinging and evolving into the Growlmon X, using his effect to create, Gets deleted, gain a memory, and then deleting him because he has the EX antibody in there, gaining that memory. We're hitting that Gallantmon insecurity, so now it is Melga's turn at 3. We see that cool boy drop, grabbing the rookie that he's been looking for. Follow that up. Ooh, just right into skipping the normal level 4, going right into the X. That is not the prettiest stack over there. But can the Gallantmon player capitalize? Can Eric capitalize on the ugly stack from Metalgarurumon? Does take a pot shot. This is a good place to be. Gallantmon, once they get you to that 2 or 3 security mark, if they could find that Tocado and get up into Crimson mode, that is usually just game from 3 security in most cases. We do see that unsuspend. Thanks to the Gallantmon X's effect hitting that 1 security. So Gallantmon is in a really good place. If he just has a Tocado and Crimson mode in hand, it is game next turn, just based on Crimson mode's when attacking effect and the fact that it'll have Blitz. So here we see the swing. Unfortunately able to bounce because he did have the Metalgarurumon X. Does find a tie there. Tie falling out of favor in main decks for red, just because if you do run into that Venusmon, the tie is such a detriment to have. Gaia Force coming down, just answering the board. Is refreshing to see Gaia Force in a couple decks, even as a 1-up, as just an all-encompassing answer. It does set that litmus test for what removal should be. Kind of like that magic meme, dies to Doomblade. I think we're always going to have the dies to Gaia Force type meme in Digimon. So here, the Melga player has started up a board, setting up potentially next turn for a big swing in. We do wonder if the Gallantmon can rebuild, or if he's going to wait to try to counterattack, if he gets a chance to counterattack. Because again, the Metalgarurumon X deck can just be so quick with it. So he does push out, and it looks like he is going to try to go on the offensive now. Does he have the X antibody? No, he's simply going to go into the mill War Growlmon, which will let him get back a Guilmon or Tocado from discard. Or hand. Sorry. Some of these effects I am a little less familiar with than I should be, I admit. Here he does have that promo where Garurumon, we do see it come down. Cool Boy gaining that memory. There's a lot of talks on whether or not Cool Boy is the issue. Is he the toxic one? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Going right into that EX Metalgarurumon, gaining back some memory. We are going to see the swing. 2 checks go through. Right in the Metalgarurumon X, which will bounce. Again, just, oh man, such a rough time. And then swinging in with that Goblinmon for game. So that is a clean 2-0 victory for the Metalgarurumon X decks against Gallantmon. Shame that I couldn't show you guys Gallantmon really popping off in this video, as it was most of the night. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I love you all for your constant support and feedback. See you.